we will have our flag salute. Jeff, will you lead us, please?
Yes, ma'am. Let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Commissioners George Salgin,
Here.
Deborah Van Essen,
Here.
David Collins,
Here.
Jeff Ayu,
Here.
Stephen Verver, Lori Bennell.
Here. We now have time for a public comment. The public is afforded opportunity to address us on any matter not on the agenda. Is there anyone who would like to talk to us about anything not on the agenda? No? Okay, approval of the minutes from our last meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Minutes have been approved. Okay, tonight, we have one thing on our agenda, which is a public hearing. And so what will happen first is our planning director will explain the item to be heard and give us a report. We'll ask him questions that we might have. Sorry, I guess I was supposed to be here, huh? Then we'll open the public hearing. The order of testimony will be the applicant, those in favor, those opposed, and any rebuttal. After all the testimony has been given, we will close the public hearing and we will discuss the item further if we need to, and then we will make a motion and a ruling. If you don't agree with what we've decided, you do have a right to appeal. So the first item, or the only item actually, is a variance application for 1226 Doak Boulevard. Mr. Zeidevar.
Thank you, Madam Chair, fellow commissioners. Good evening tonight. The item before you tonight is a request to amend an existing variance for property located at 1226 Doak Boulevard. I don't know, some of you guys were probably in the commission back a few years back when these properties came up along Doak Boulevard. We did do some variances for the front setbacks of the houses because of the unusual shape of the parcels. Before I get into the project too much, I want to point out that I have provided the commission with an updated staff report. It should be in front of you tonight. During our preparation for tonight's meeting, staff did identify several numerical errors in the setback measurements contained in our original staff report. Those measurements have been corrected in the updated report that you have in front of you. I do want to emphasize, though, that these corrections do not change the location of the fencing being requested by the applicant, the scope of the variance request, or staff's recommendation this evening. The corrections simply ensure that the setback measurements described in the staff report reflect the proposed fence location shown on the project plans, or hopefully on your screen in front of you right now. By way of background, this property was originally a part of a larger parcel at 1202 Robert Avenue. A parcel map was approved in 2010, dividing the property into two lots. Now addressed as 1196, which has a house that was currently was finished about a year or so ago, a custom home that was built and finished, and now at 1226 Doak Boulevard. In 2022, the Planning Commission did approve the variances that I mentioned earlier to provide some setback relief for the residents due to the unique shapes of the parcels and the configuration of these lots. The amendment before the commission tonight applies only to 1226 Doak Boulevard and only relates to the proposed fencing. The property is zoned R1C, which requires a 30-foot front yard setback for fencing along Doak Boulevard. The applicant is proposing to locate the fence approximately 16 feet 5 inches from the front property line, which represents a variance of approximately 13 and a half feet, or approximately in that neighborhood, from the required front setback. The proposed fence would align with the front corner of the house, as you can see in the drawing there, of the existing residence, and would not extend any closer to Doak Boulevard than the house itself. While the proposed fence would be approximately 16 feet 5 inches from the property line, it would be approximately 18 feet 4 inches from the back of sidewalk. There's currently no sidewalk out there. As part of the development of that house, 12-foot wide combined sidewalk, class 1 bike path will be installed, much like the adjacent property to the east of that. It is also important to consider the configuration of Doak Boulevard. Looking at this request tonight, there is a 12-foot wide, again, 12-foot wide sidewalk and a bike path, as well as a 10-foot wide landscape median, parkway median between the sidewalk and the curb. As a result, the proposed fence in front corner of the residence would actually be located about 40 feet from the curb line of Doak Boulevard. Staff believes the physical configuration of the property and unusually wide public frontage along Doak Boulevard are important considerations in evaluating the request in front of you. Although the proposed fence requires a substantial technical reduction from the city's 30-foot front setback requirement, the fence would still be located about 40 feet from the curb line, like mentioned earlier. Most importantly, the fence would align with the front corner of the existing house rather than projecting forward in front of the residence. This would allow the property owner to enclose and make reasonable use of his side yard while maintaining a substantial physical and visual separation between the fencing and Doak Boulevard. The applicant is also proposing a landscaping between the sidewalk and fence, including trees, shrubs, bushes, and ground cover, further softening the appearance of the fencing and maintaining an attractive streetscape. The staff report already identifies landscaping as an important component of the proposal. Based on the unique configuration of the property, the alignment of fence with the existing residence, the substantial separation from the street, and the proposed landscaping, staff believes the requested variance provides reasonable relief without adversely affecting the character of the neighborhood. Therefore, staff is recommending approval of the variance this evening, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, does the commission have any questions for Ken?
One question for you, Ken, is this lot being merged into one lot, or is it still two different addresses? It says an ADU.
So the lot was, the parcel map was 2 addresses. There was 2 lots. Previously, about a year or so ago, there was a house that was constructed down there, a custom home that was on 1196 Doak Boulevard. And then this one has a house with an ADU that's being built with it as well. If you've been back to see the site. Yeah, it's one lot,
Okay.
including an ADU.
Perfect.
Ken, would you clarify on the diagram, 18.4 from the sidewalk to the fence, but it's got 40.3 from the curb to the fence, which would make the sidewalk.
Sidewalk's 12 feet wide and 10 feet of parkway between the sidewalk and the curb.
Okay.
So with that, yeah, those additions together. So property line on that property there sits almost 2 feet behind the back of sidewalk. So there's a small little space between the sidewalk and the property line on that piece of property. So that's kind of that line you're seeing, that little bit of a line you're seeing there. That's the 18.4 is from the back of sidewalk, but the actual setback from the property line is 16 feet 5 inches.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions for Ken? No? Okay, so we will open the public hearing. And the applicant is here, I'm guessing? The applicant, okay. Would you like to address us? Explain what's going on? Okay, I need you to come up here and state your name and address, and then let us know what your great dream is here.
New custom home, and Mr. Lopez here is going to purchase the home. Dr. Lopez, I'm sorry. And he just, my, my, my outlook or my goal is to make that corner lot look beautiful. So we're going to put a custom fence, not a wooden fence, a PVC veneer fence with metal poles. So it doesn't have to be stained or anything. It's really cosmetically good on the eyes, I guess I would say. So that's it, you know. And since how Ken mentioned, the lot kind of goes from the east to the west, it narrows. So if we were to go with the 30-foot setback, the fence would be, I mean, his lot would probably be the size of this platform. So we just want to give him more space to enjoy that half acre, basically a half an acre there. So I'm an owner builder. Yes.
Miguel, are you building the property next door currently? And then this is an additional lot?
I had already built the property next adjacent to this one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Any other questions? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anyone else who would like to speak in favor?
My name is Vince Lopez. I'm actually the buyer of the lot. I've been eyeing that lot for quite some time. And when I saw the for sale, one of my coworker, Dr. Diab, who lives about 3 houses down the street, the same street, mentioned that to me. And I was very happy that I got to touch base with Miguel. I was actually eyeing the house beside it, who is also owned by a doctor at Kaiser, Dr. Padilla, who actually left Kaiser because his license was, there's a question license for the California state. So he'll be coming back, I heard. So he'll be joining us. And it's nice to have co-workers in that same street. But basically, my commitment to you guys is yes, I want this house to be beautiful. I want this house to have a good landscape. I want to give, of course, I want to live up to the reputation of Doak Boulevard that it will be a nice house. And Miguel has been very nice to give me recommendations, and I support his recommendation. If there's any changes that we need with regards to landscaping, we'll make it beautiful. Yes, that's what we want. We don't want an eyesore in this street. And I believe the house across it, that's actually my patient as well. So, so just knowing people around it, I'm very excited to move in. Hopefully, we could finish this lot or this house by the end of the year. So, thank you.
Where are you moving from?
Manteca, yes. It's closer to Kaiser Modesto where I work at. So.
You already know how Rick is. Everybody knows everything.
Oh, yes, yes. So, yeah, Dr. Diab will always bug me and say, there's a house for sale, there's a house for sale. But I really wanted to give my 2 boys, I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. I know in a few years they're probably moving out for college. I want them to enjoy the house at least. So we're building a house over there. My in-laws who lives with me would be staying in the ADU. I want to give them their privacy. That's why I built the ADU for them as well. The only challenge is now I have so much lot on the left side and I don't know what to do with it. But I'm thinking of other stuff to do on that lot. Maybe a nice garden, maybe just inside the fence, within the fence. But that additional fence that red line, that kind of just makes sense to me. I could enclose the house, and so it'll be all the way straight to Robert, and so it'll be more visually appealing rather than a piece of my house sticking out, and then the fence would be behind it. So that's why hopefully it will get approved with God's will.
Any questions for Doctor?
3 doctors over there?
Yes, actually, Dr. Padilla, Dr.
No,
Diab.
I just want to know where to go if I can't make
Yeah.
it on that.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, anybody opposed? Probably not.
Seems to make logical sense.
Yeah, okay, I will close the public hearing. Any discussion before we have a motion?
So I drive the every property we look at. And I went over there trying to find something, only to find out Kenny had already addressed it, okay?
Yeah.
The fencing, the landscaping, right? I drove the entire street trying to look for something, and it was all right there. It is an unusual lot, and I feel we're lucky to have Vince and Dr. Lopez looking at this, trying to build this type of a property, okay, with a unusual parcel like that. I don't think we could do any better than what they're proposing.
Well, what's nice is it's gonna be a beautiful, improved lot from what it has been for a long time. But I was thinking about the fence line coming out a little bit if there was gonna be a traffic issue, but there's not, because it's only, it's a, right, if you're gonna make a right-hand turn, there's no obstruction issue with the fence line, so I don't see an issue.
Yeah. I would agree. It's pretty straightforward. George, you were going to say something?
No, I completely, just that I completely agree. I think it's a great addition.
All right. A motion?
I'll make the motion. Planning Commission approves the amendment to existing variance V 22-43 for 1226 Doak Boulevard based on the findings and subject to the conditions contained in the staff.
I'll second that.
Second.
Sorry.
All right. Okay, your proposal has passed. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're looking forward to seeing that house. Good.
Excellent.
Good.
Well, welcome to
good.
Ripon.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we have anything else. Any reports?
We do have a couple items hopefully slated for September's meeting. We're hoping to bring about 3 of our chapters from our municipal code in front of the commission. We are starting that process of updating, going through a major update of our code. Cleanup.
Exciting business.
It is, I'm telling you. But it is, it's exciting for Tommy, I guess. It is important though. It is kind of our guiding principles for design of everything, all our different districts. So it is important to review occasionally and make sure we're up to date on these. So we're going to slowly start working our way through a bunch of these, probably over the next, hopefully 18 months to 24 months, getting through them. So hopefully those will be on the agenda as public hearings. You guys do make a recommendation to the city council on those. And then I do believe we have a major site review for Ripon Grace Church here in town, right there by the terraces. They are looking to, they actually were repairing their parking lot in the back there and trying to add some additional parking, but had some ideas of making that into more of a multi-use area, maybe having basketball, which I think they had some basketball courts back there, but adding pickleball and such to that area as well. So that'll be coming in front of the commission for you guys to vote on. We have sent out project referrals to that, and I've gotten a few comments. People are worried about noise with that type of stuff, and then also lighting and such. So we'll try our best to mitigate those things, but I don't know if we can fully mitigate noise from
Maybe they could
pickleball.
put the pickleball courts close to the mortuary.
Well, I don't think they're the ones complaining, but yeah, so it'll be interesting. I don't know, maybe there's some we're not through kind of getting all the the comments back, but there could be some mitigation as maybe time limitations on that type of stuff or things like that. That'll be in front of the commission, but that'll be a project you guys will get to decide on, and we'll see if any of the neighbors show up to voice their concerns in person too. So those two items for September, and we do have a couple maybe ramping up for October, and hopefully some more municipal code for October. Yeah, Tommy's really excited
You
about
got
that.
by easy last year.
Sure did. I'm gonna be busy all
I'm gonna be
year.
busy all year.
I'm just trying to get things organized here
All
before.
right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any other reports, attorney, commissioners? No? All right, the meeting is adjourned
Nice job, Deb.
until